빈자리가 얼마 안 남았습니다.
Squid Game. This Netflix original from South Korea has taken the world by storm and has become an overnight success. With the internet being flooded with articles and fan theories, it is more than likely that everyone around the globe will eventually watch it. But we're not here to address its hype, rather provide our insights on its editing. Beware, there are gonna be mild spoilers.
내년 생일에는 진짜 좋은 선물을 사줄게. 가영 약속.
내년
Here we see Jiun promising his daughter that he would bring her an awesome present next year. But on observing her expression, we get the feeling that something is not right. Further in the episode, when it is revealed to Jiun that his daughter would be moving to US, we get a cutaway back to this scene. This unnecessary flashback not only breaks the pacing of the scene but also portrays director's lack of trust in the screenplay and also signifies him undermining the audience's intelligence to connect this simple piece of information. Now let's look at the scene without this jarring flashback.
가영이 지금 애랑 새 남편이랑 내년에 뭐 다 미국으로 간다 하더라.
Clearly, Jiun's expressions are vocal enough to convey his infirmity as it dawns upon him that he might have met his daughter for the last time. Likewise, in episode 3, The Man with the Umbrella, moments before the next game is announced, Sang-woo predicts what it's going to be. Now Sang-woo, being a master manipulator, keeps this critical information to himself and convinces everybody to part ways. Afterwards, even though for a brief moment he feels guilty, he goes ahead with the plan and puts Jiun's life in grave danger. Later, in the beginning of episode 4, we are once again subjected to this lame stale spoon feeding. If only the director had some faith in the audience, he would not have resorted to this cutaway and instead would have opened from this scene.
사장님들!
Not only does it shortens the length of the episode, but also depicts the fact very efficiently that how much Sang-woo is flabbergasted to see that Jiun has survived, and thus to diffuse the tension and brush off any suspicion, he becomes apologetic. Jiun's subtle yet effective expressions clearly showcase that he has comprehended the fact that Sang-woo knowingly tried to deceive him. Isn't this so much more impactful? Hey, I'm not trying to be the snobbish contrarian who is dissing on the show just because it is mainstream and makes me sound cool. In fact, I must say that I genuinely enjoyed the show, especially the 6th episode. The episode very cleverly subverts the viewer's expectations, leaving them into an utter state of shock and astonishment. As the episode progresses, it finally illustrates the deplorable state of humanity that, when it boils down to survival, humans can be the most despicable of beings. Also, it wouldn't be an exaggeration when I say that the background score of the show is exceptional. They have really nailed this domain, and it may be the best score that I've encountered in a while. It remarkably blends in with the scenes, which elevates the already solid narrative, providing a very exquisite and exciting experience to the viewers. I mean, you just can't resist. But hop on to the next episode. It's just that these flashback sequences stick out like a sore thumb. Filmmakers must respect the audience and not be insecure of their product. Cause the past tells us that whenever they have trusted the audience's intellect, the world has witnessed cinematic geniuses like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. To decipher the art of filmmaking, you don't necessarily need to analyze a parasite. It can very well be a Squid Game.